And that can create a little bit of stress because you're trying to stretch every dollar that you bring in. See, I'm not talking about financial stress because financial stress, that's something that's temporary, that's simple, that you can overcome. Now, financial trauma, I want you to think of trauma as something that's akin to PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, right? And anytime you hear that word disorder, you know that is something deep. You know that is something that goes in, has much deeper roots than that surface level. Oh, I just can't, pay the car payment this month, right? That financial trauma is something that's deeply rooted, whether it was passed down from generation to generation in your family. If you think about it this way, and I'm thinking back in my own family, and I remember the stories my grandmother would share, when they lived in their house, and then they had, my grandfather went to work, but my grandmother, she didn't work at the time. So what they did was they picked cotton. My mom would tell me stories about them going out to pick cotton. They would be out there all day, have a big old sack of cotton, and they would only get certain amounts of money. So mama knew that from being in that experience, she learned some lessons. So mom ingrained and had some other lessons where when we as children, when we got a job in the house, guess what? We also had to pay a bill, right? So we weren't living at home with mama for free, and that's just, it is what it is. But guess what? It taught me, my sisters and I, how to budget differently, right? So by us having to, by her going through what she had to go through, and then she taught us what we needed to go through, how do we make sure we're paying the bills?